Hello students. Now today also I am doing class for class 10. The topic is the uniform rate of growth. We are continuing the same class that we have done in the last online class. Okay. So in the last online class also we were doing this same topic, that is uniform rate of growth. So this is your continuation part. Okay. So let's do some problem from page number 118. So your homework will be question number 14, right? So homework will be question number 14. This is from let us work out exercise 6.2. Now let's do question number 13 now. For the families having no electricity in their house, a Panchayat Samiti of village Bakultala accepted a plan to offer electric connections. So यहाँ के भन्दैछ, बकुलतला भिलेजमा कतिवटा फ्यामिलीहरुकोमा इलेक्ट्रिसिटी नै छैन। त त्यहाँको पञ्चायत समितिले चाहिँ एउटा प्लान बनाएछ। त जुन फ्यामिलीकोमा यो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी छैन त्यहाँ त चाहिँ बत्ती लगाइदिने उनीहरुले प्लान गरेछ। ठीक छ? So now 1200 families in this village have no electric connection in their house. The कतिजना फ्यामिलीकोमा चाहिँ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी छैन रहेछ? 1200, that is 1200 families कोमा चाहिँ no electricity in their houses, right? So now in comparison to the previous year, it is possible to arrange electricity every year for 75% of the families having no electricity. त अब पञ्चायत समितिले चाहिँ के प्लान गरेछ भन्दाखेरि प्रत्येक वर्ष जुन चाहिँ परिवारहरुकोमा इलेक्ट्रिसिटी छैन त्यसको 75% लाई चाहिँ उनीहरुले इलेक्ट्रिसिटी दिने प्लान गरेछन्। ठीक छ? जुन फ्यामिलीहरुमा अथवा जुन परिवारहरुमा इलेक्ट्रिसिटी छैन त्यसमा चाहिँ ती मध्ये 75% लाई चाहिँ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी दिने प्लान गरेछ एभ्री इयर, प्रत्येक वर्ष। ठीक छ? त अब यहाँ के निकाल्नु पर्यो त भन्दाखेरि let us write by calculating the number of families without electricity up to 2 years. त 2 वर्ष पछाडी चाहिँ कतिवटा फ्यामिलीकोमा कतिवटा फ्यामिलीमा चाहिँ कतिवटा परिवारमा चाहिँ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी हुँदैन भनेर क्वेशनमा सोधिएको छ। त फेरि पनि म बुझाउँदै छु। For the families having no electricity in their house, a Panchayat Samiti of village Bakultala accepted a plan to offer electric connections. त एउटा बकुलतला भिलेजमा चाहिँ कतिवटा परिवारमा चाहिँ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी नै छैन। त पञ्चायत समितिले चाहिँ के प्लान गरेछ? ती फ्यामिलीहरुमा इलेक्ट्रिसिटी लगाइदिने प्लान गरेछ। ठीक छ? So 1200 families in this village have no electric connection in their house. त यहाँ के दिएको छ भन्दाखेरि 1200 फ्यामिलीजमा चाहिँ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी छैन। ठीक छ? त अब in comparison to the previous year, it is possible to arrange electricity every year for 75% of the families having no electricity. त पञ्चायत समितिले चाहिँ के गरेछ भन्दाखेरि जति फ्यामिलीहरु छन् ती मध्ये 75% फ्यामिलीलाई चाहिँ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी दिने प्लान गरेछ प्रत्येक इयर। ठीक छ? त अब यहाँ के निकाल्नु पर्यो? You have to calculate the number of families without electricity up to 2 years. त 2 वर्ष पछाडी चाहिँ कति फ्यामिलीजकोमा चाहिँ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी हुँदैन भनेर सोध्दैछ। Is that understood? Now let's do this solution now. So now in this case 1200 families in this village have no electric connection. कतिवटा फ्यामिलीकोमा चाहिँ इलेक्ट्रिक कनेक्सन छैन? 1200. Okay? But you have to find out the number of families without electricity after 2 years. 2 वर्ष पछाडी निकाल्नु पर्यो। हैन? 2 वर्ष पछाडी चाहिँ कतिवटा फ्यामिलीकोमा इलेक्ट्रिसिटी हुँदैन त्यो निकाल्नु पर्यो। That is your V, final value V. This is the initial value. अब यहाँ के भन्दैछ? 1200 फ्यामिलीजकोमा चाहिँ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी नै छैन। That is your initial value. That is V0 is equal to what? It is 1200, right? It is 1200. So now V is equal to question mark. That means you have to find out the number of families having no electricity after how many years? 2 years, right? So now after 2 years, that is n is equal to, what is n here? So n is equal to 2 years. You have to find out the number of families without electricity after how many years? 2 years. Okay. So now what is the rate? What is the value for R here? So in this case, it is given that त्यो गाउँमा जति फ्यामिलीजहरु छन् त्यस ती मध्ये 75% लाई चाहिँ एभ्री इयर इलेक्ट्रिसिटी दिने भयो। ठीक छ? 75% फ्यामिलीकोमा चाहिँ एभ्री इयर इलेक्ट्रिसिटी पुग्ने भयो। ठीक छ? तर यहाँ क्वेशनमा चाहिँ के सोध्दैछ भन्दाखेरि how many families, you have to find out the number of families, how many families do not have electricity after 2 years भने सोध्दैछ। त्यही कारण यसमा चाहिँ हामीले माइनस गर्नुपर्छ। त यो 75% अफ द फ्यामिलीज कोमा चाहिँ के पुर्याइदिदैछ? इलेक्ट्रिसिटी पुर्याइदिदैछ। यो चाहिँ 75% अफ द फ्यामिली कोमा चाहिँ के पुर्याइदिदैछ? इलेक्ट्रिसिटी पुर्याइदिदैछ। तर यहाँ क्वेशनमा चाहिँ हामीलाई के माग्दैछ? You have to find out the number of families without electricity after how many years? 2 years. त without electricity भन्दैछ नि त। त without electricity भने चाहिँ हामीले के गर्नुपर्छ? बीचमा माइनस लेख्नुपर्छ, प्लस चाहिँ हैन यसमा। Is that clear? So let's do this sum now. So what is the value for R here? It is 75%. Is the question clear now? So if you don't understand the question, you have to repeat the video, right? So video repeat गर्दै हैन त्यो मैले बुझिहाल्छ। ठीक छ? So now let's do the sum now. So now, therefore we know that V is equal to V0 within bracket 1 minus R upon 100 whole to the power n. We know this formula, right? So this is the continuation part from here, right? So this is your n is equal to 2 years. This is your solution. This is your solution, right? That is V0 is equal to 1200. This is the initial value. That is 1200 families have no electricity, right? V is equal to question mark. That means you have to find out the number of families without electricity after 2 years. N is equal to 2 years. So R is equal to what? 75%. So in this case, I already told you that you have to do minus sign out here because you have to find out the number of families without electricity after how many years? 2 years, right? So or now V is equal to what is V0? V0 is 1200 out here. Within bracket 1 minus what is R? That is 75 divided by 100 whole to the power. This is 2, right? So now let us simplify it. So 75 ones are 75. 25. 25 they cancel this. 25 threes are 75. 25 fours are 100. So V is equal to 1200 and within bracket 1 minus 3 by 4. This is whole square. Or V is equal to 1200 within bracket 4 ones are 4 minus 3. That is 1/4 whole square. So is that clear now? So or V is equal to 1200 into 1 upon. So this is 4 square is 16, right? So you can cancel them. You can cancel here. This is 4 4s are 16. 4 times. 4 3s are 12. Double 0, right? So therefore V is equal to what? 300 into 1/4. So 4 times. 4 7s are 28. 20. 4 5s are 20. That means V is equal to 75. So what are the number of families having no electricity after 2 years? It is 75. So therefore, number of families. Now let us write down the answer. Number of families having no electricity. Having no electricity after 2 years. After 2 years is equal to what? It is 75. So 2 वर्ष पछाडी चाहिँ 75 number of families को मा चाहिँ के हुँदैन? Electricity हुँदैन. Is that clear now? So you can copy it. Now we'll do the next question. So question number 14 is your homework. So try to understand the question and then do that question number 14. You can do it. Okay, so you can copy it. So now we will do number 16, that is very short answer type questions or BSA. So first of all, let's do MCQ, that is multiple choice question type. Okay, that is MCQ. So number 1 is, in case of compound interest, the rate of compound interest per annum is what? A, B, C and D are given. This is A equal, B unequal, C both equal or unequal, D none of these. In case of compound interest, this is the problem from compound interest. So in case of compound interest, the rate of compound interest per annum is always equal. The rate of compound interest per annum is always equal. First year rate of compound interest, first year, second year, third year, sabai ke huncha? Same huncha. The rate of compound interest per annum will be equal. First year ma pani त्यही rate huncha, second year ma त्यही rate, third year ma त्यही rate, fourth year ma त्यही rate. So in each and every year, the rate of compound interest per annum will be equal, right? So which is the correct answer here? Number A. Number A, equal is correct. Equal is correct, right? So now number 2. Let's do number 2 now. In case of compound interest, the principal remains unchanged each year. Or number B, principal changes in each year. Or in number C, principal may be equal or unequal in each year. So which is the correct answer? So I told you, in case of compound interest, before we did problems from compound interest, I told you about the compound interest. How is it calculated, right? So in case of compound interest, suppose in the beginning of the first year, suppose you deposit rupees P in the bank. Okay, so after 1 year, you will get its interest, and that interest is added to the principal to get the amount, right? That amount will be the principal for the next year. Okay, that amount will be the principal for the next year. Again, for that principal, you will get the interest for the second year, right? And for the second year also, you will get the interest. That interest is again added to the principal, and you will get the new amount, and that new amount will be the principal for the next third year. Is that clear? That means principal is changing, isn't it? So which one is the correct answer? That is, principal changes in each year. The answer ke huncha? In case of compound interest, principal changes in each year. So which is the correct one here? B is the correct answer. So B, principal changes in each year. That means the principal is changing each year, right? Is correct. So its correct option is B. That is, principal changes in each year is the correct option for this question. Is that clear? So this is your answer. So let's do the next question now. So now we will do the next question. That is, again, it is multiple choice question. The number 3 is, at present the population of a village is P. अहिले हालैमा चाहिँ कुनै एउटा भिलेजको जनसङ्ख्या चाहिँ कति रहेछ? P. And if increase rate of population per year is 2%, if the rate of increase of population per year is what? 2%, then the population after n years will be, which one is the correct option? Is it A, is it B, is it C, or is it D? Here P is P only. Here P is P. And what is the rate here? 2%. R is equal to 2%. And what is the value for n here? N is equal to n years. Right? Then the population after n years will be what? Then the population after n years will be what? Okay? So in this case, let us write it as V0. This is the initial value. This population P is the initial value. That is, let us write it as V0. So what will be the population after n years? That means you have to get the value for V. That is V is equal to question mark, right? So what is the formula? V is equal to V0 within bracket 1 plus. But in this case, the rate of increase of population, the rate of increase of population per year is 2%, right? So the formula is V is equal to V0 within bracket 1 plus 1 plus R upon 100 whole to the power n, right? So this is the formula that you can use here. Now let us put the value. V0, what is V0? V0 is the initial value, that is P within bracket 1 plus, what is the value for R? It is 2R by 100 whole to the power, what is the value for n here? This is n. So you can cancel 2 ones are 2, 2 50s are 100, right? So what is the value for V now? Final value for V now is P into, this is 1 plus R by 50, this is whole to the power n. So this is the number of population after how many years? n years. So which one is the correct option now? This is the actual answer. So which is the correct option out here? It is B. So B is correct. So you write the answer as B. V is equal to P within bracket 1 plus R by 50 whole to the power n is what? This is correct. That is B is equal to, that is number B is correct option. So you write B, then V is equal to 1 plus R by 50 whole to the power n is correct. So this is the answer. I'll do the next question. So now we will do the next question, that is question number 4. That is also multiple choice question, right? So present price of a machine is rupees 2p. Present price of a machine is rupees 2p. अहिलेको price कति छ मेसिनको rupees 2p. And if price of the machine decreases by 2% in each year, that is the rate of decrease of price per year is 2%. प्रत्येक वर्ष price of the machine is decreased by कति हो? 2%, right? The price of the machine after n years will be what? The price of the machine after n years will be what? Which is the correct option out here, right? So what will be the price of the machine after n years? So you have to choose the correct option, right? So what is given here? Present price of a machine. Present price of a machine is rupees 2p. This is the initial value, because you have to get the price of the machine after n years, isn't it? So here V0 is equal to rupees 2p, right? And if the price of the machine decreases by 2% in each year, what is the value for R? That is your 2% after how many years? N years. That is n is equal to n years. So you have to find out the price of the machine after n years. That is final value V is equal to question mark, right? So we know that what is the formula that you can use here? It is decreasing. In each year, the price of the machine decreases by 2%. Decreasing, that means minus sign. So V is equal to V0 1 minus R upon 100 whole to the power n, right? So or, now here V we don't know. V is equal, what is the value for V0? It is rupees 2p. It is rupees 2p within bracket 1 minus what is R? What is R here? It is 2R divided by 100 whole to the power. What is n here? N is n. N is n out here. So 2 ones are 2, 2 50s are 100, right? So what is the value for V now? So V is equal to rupees 2p, and within bracket what do we get? Within bracket what do we get? 1 minus R by 50. 1 minus R by 50. This is whole to the power n. So this is the correct answer. So now which is the correct option here? That is rupees 2p 1 minus R by 50 whole to the power n. Which is the correct option now? B. So B is correct, right? So therefore, number B, that is rupees 2p 1 minus r by 50 whole to the power n is correct. Whole to the power n is correct. So this is the correct option. That is number B. Rupees 2p within bracket 1 minus r by 50 whole to the power n is the correct option. Is that clear now? So you can copy it. We'll do the next question now. So now we'll do the next question, that is question number 5. This is also of MCQ, multiple choice question type. So question number 5 is, a person deposited rupees 100 in a bank. एकजना मान्छेले चाहिँ ब्याङ्कमा रुपीस 100 डिपोजिट गर्यो and got the amount for rupees 121 for 2 years. After 2 years, amount that he is getting is rupees 121, right? So what will be the rate of compound interest? What will be the rate of compound interest per annum? Is it A, is it B, C or D? Okay. So now a person deposited rupees 100. He is depositing rupees 100 in a bank. So this is the principal. This is your principal, right? So therefore P is equal to rupees 100. Now what is the amount after 2 years? A is equal to rupees 121. What is the value for N? N number of years, that is 2 years. So you have to find out the rate of compound interest per annum. Suppose it is R%. Okay. So in this case you have to use the formula A is equal to P into 1 plus R upon 100 all to the power n. Amount is always greater than the principal in this case, isn't it? So you have to write plus sign here. In case of compound interest formula, for amount it will be A is equal to P within bracket 1 plus R upon 100 all to the power n. Always it is plus, right? So we know that what is the formula? A is equal to P within bracket 1 plus R upon 100 whole to the power n. Or what is the amount? 121 is equal to, what is the principal? It is 100 within bracket 1 plus, we don't know R, so write R divided by 100 whole to the power what? It is whole to the power 2. The value for n is 2. So now let us solve it to get the value for R. Okay, that is 121. You can take this 100 to the left hand side. It goes to the denominator on the left hand side. 100 is taken to the left hand side, right? So when it goes to the left hand side, it goes to the denominator. So within bracket 1 plus R upon 100, this is whole square, right? So since this right hand side is in terms of whole square, this left hand side should also be converted to whole square, right? So which number whole square is 121? 11 whole square is 121. Also 10 whole square is 100. So we can write here 11 by 10 whole square, right? 11 by 10 whole square is 11 11s are 121 and 10 whole square is 100. Okay. So which is equal to 1 plus R upon 100. This is whole square, right? So you know from laws of indices, these are known as the bases. If powers are equal, bases must be equal. So in this case, the powers are equal, so bases must be equal. That is 11 by 10 is equal to 1 plus R upon 100, right? Now let us solve it to get the value for R. 11 by 10, now 1 is minus 1 on the left hand side when it changes its sides, isn't it? When 1 changes its side, that is when it goes to the left hand side, it becomes minus, is equal to R upon 100, is equal to R upon 100, right? So what's the LCM now here? It's the 10 LCM. So 11 minus, this is 10 ones are 10, is equal to R upon 100, right? So 11 minus 10 whole divided by 10 is equal to R upon 100, right? So what is 11 minus 10? 1 divided by 10 is equal to, this is r upon 100. Okay. Now we can do cross multiplication. 10r is equal to 100, or r is equal to 100 by 10. That means r is equal to, what is the answer? So what is the rate of compound interest per annum? It is 10%. 10% is correct. So which is the correct option here? A. So that is A. 10% is correct. That is 10% is the correct answer. So this is your final answer. So which one is correct option? A is the correct option. Is that clear? Now we'll do the next question again. So now we will do another type of question, that is true or false type question, right? So this is number B, 16 number B. Let us write true or false for the following statements. Whether the given statements are true or false, you have to check it. Okay. So in number 1, what is the question? The compound interest will be always less than the simple interest for some money at fixed rate of interest for fixed time. That is wrong. Always compound interest will be more than the simple interest. You have to keep in mind. Okay. Compound interest say simple interest भन्दा जहिले पनि के हुन्छ ज्यादा हुन्छ याद गर्नु. Compound interest is always greater than the simple interest. Compound interest say simple interest भन्दा ज्यादा नै हुन्छ. ठीक छ नि, याद गर्नु. तर क्वेशनमा के भन्दैछ? Compound interest will be always less than the simple interest for some money at fixed rate of interest for fixed time. So the statement is false out here. Its answer is, the statement is false. The statement is false. किनभने compound interest is always greater than the simple interest. So you have to keep it in mind. Okay. Next, number 2. What is number 2 here? In case of compound interest, interest is to be added to the principal at the fixed time interval. That is, the amount of principal increases continuously. So I told you that in case of compound interest, so suppose at the beginning of the first year, principal P is deposited at the bank. So for the first year, that for that principal, you will get the interest, and that interest is added to the principal and you will get the amount. And that amount will be the principal for the next year. Okay. So for the next year also, for that principal or for that amount, you will get the interest at the end of the second year. And that interest is again added to the principal and you will get the amount, and that amount will be more than the previous amount. That means amount increases continuously. That is, amount of the principal increases continuously. That is the correct statement. Is that clear? Amount चाहिँ के हुँदै जान्छ, जहिले पनि वर्षैपछि त्यो बढ्दै 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 जान्छ, increase हुँदै जान्छ. That means the statement is true. Therefore here the statement is what? In this case the statement is true. Is that clear now? So we'll do another type of question now. So now we will do another type of question, that is 16 number C. This is of type, let us fill in the blanks. Fill in the blanks, right? So what is number 1 here? The compound interest and simple interest for 1 year at the fixed rate of interval on fixed sum of money are what? The compound interest, I told you that while doing the problem, the compound interest and the simple interest for 1 year are always equal. बुझ्यो? त 1 वर्षको लागि चाहिँ compound interest र simple interest चाहिँ निकाल्दा पनि तिमीले के पाउँछौ, जहिले पनि त्यो इक्वल पाउँछौ. त यसको आन्सर के हुन्छ? आर इक्वल. That is, the compound interest and the simple interest for only 1 year. 1 year को लागि मात्रै यो compound interest र simple interest चाहिँ इक्वल हुन्छ. ठीक छ? त्यहाँदेखि for 2 years, for 3 years, generally compound interest will be more than the simple interest. Is that clear? So in this case, the compound interest and the simple interest for 1 year at the fixed rate of interval on fixed sum of money are, you have to write here, equal. Is that clear? बुझ्यो यो हैन? अच्छा, number 2 मा के भनिदैछ? If some things are increased by fixed rate, हैन? If some things are increased by fixed rate, कुनै एउटा चीज fixed rate मा बढ्दै गयो भने त्यसलाई के भन्छ? Uniform rate of growth or uniform rate of increase भनेर भनिन्छ. ठीक छ? That is यहाँ के लेख्छ? Uniform rate of growth. So if some things are increased by fixed rate with respect to time, then that is uniform rate of growth. Uniform rate of growth, right? Then that is uniform rate of growth. That is in the fill up the gaps, you have to write uniform rate of growth, right? If some things are increased by fixed rate with respect to time, that is uniform rate of growth. Is it understood? Next, number 3 is if some things are decreased by some fixed rate. If some things are decreased by some fixed rate with respect to time, then this is uniform rate of decrease, right? This is uniform rate of what? Decrease. So in the fill in the blanks you have decrease. So if some things are decreased by fixed rate with respect to time, then that is uniform rate of what? Decrease. Is that understood? So this is fill in the blanks, right? These are all very short answer type questions, and each question carries 1 mark in this case. Okay, so this much is for today. You go through all the problems that we have done today. Okay, so we'll do more problems in the next class. Then we'll do questions from each question carries 2 marks. Okay, so this much is for today.